and we incorporated it into our menu.
The food is fantastic. The coconut curry, the sauce is just, I don't know, it's one of the best curry sauces I've ever had.
The sauces that we have are house-made.
I could put this sauce on everything, I probably would.
What you see here isn't just a chicken restaurant itself. It's really a compilation of different flavors and different types of food coming from Asia, your Pacific Islands, Polynesia, Micronesia, Singapore, and so forth. So if you're hungry for some really good chicken, we have it. Mochico Chicken Restaurant is located at 2101 South Decatur Boulevard, 1 block north of Sahara.
I would even tap that, okay?
We tap that.
We can tap that? Yeah, we're gonna tap that. Tonight.
I definitely tap that. Somebody showed me how.
I have the Lulu app. 2 for 1, please.
Search for Leo offers in your app store. Tap the app and save money every time you use it. Don't see a retailer you like? Get paid to help Leo grow.
Hi, I'm Dulcie Crawford with Simply Vegas Real Estate. Born and raised here in the Las Vegas Valley and doing real estate since 1998. I formed the Dulcie Crawford Group, a team of professional realtors that focus on technology and reliable information so that we may provide our clients with an exceptional service experience.
She provided us with research to properly price our home and the strategy to sell it.
We recommend her for all your needs.
Being a native Las Vegan, I understand through personal experience the growth of the communities that make up the Clark County area. This is something that truly sets me apart from other realtors. Real estate for me is all about the satisfaction I bring to my clients when I can find them the perfect dream home or provide them with an exceptional offer.
I was impressed by their professionalism and the ease in which I could contact them. I'm a very busy woman. I text a lot, I email, and they were always responsive to these things within moments.
I love what I do. Let me assist you in your real estate needs. Visit me at dulciecrawford.com.
At Winchell's Donut House, we pride ourselves in using the old-fashioned techniques of hand mixing, hand rolling, hand frying, and hand glazing our beautiful assortment of donuts. Since 1948, Winchell's has been handcrafting donuts, croissants, muffins, bagels, fritters, and our delicious breakfast sandwiches. We also have an assortment of coffees, chillas, frappuccinos, juice, and milk. Come on down to Winchell's and try one of our delicious handcrafted donuts. We look forward to seeing you.
Hi, I'm Joanna Piette. I'm the broker-owner for New Home Resource. I've been a real estate agent since 1999, and I started my company the same year. I think what makes our business really special is that we are customer service driven to the 10th power. We all work as a team even though we're all individual agents. You can see from all of our Zillow reviews that agent responsiveness is the #1 compliment we get from other agents and our clients.
Working with Joanna Piette was an outstanding experience. She listened carefully to the criteria that I wanted to find in my new home, and she quickly found me the perfect home. I would absolutely recommend Joanna Piette to my friends, family, anyone I know.
Working with us is seamless. You never feel like you're being passed around. There's always someone that can take your call. Office phones are transferred to our cell phones at nights and on the weekends. To do business with myself or someone on my team, you can reach us via email or by telephone. The phone number is 702-365-1000 or joanna@newhomeresource.com.
You are watching The Guy Dawson Show at wcobm.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media, here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada at the Gene Woods Racing Center. I have been speaking with the Cooley boys, Blake Cooley and Flynn Cooley. They are with a company called Boost Local. Here in Las Vegas, it is a business that helps other businesses become more prevalent on the internet. Running a business is something that is kind of challenging. I know you guys are working really hard getting your business going here in Las Vegas. How many hours a week do you work?
You know, I stopped counting a while back, but probably at like the 60 to 70 hour a week range right now. Just, we do a lot of work for local clients, and our big thing is we like to provide, agency level attention to small business clients. And I think that really resonates with them, because really that's what they deserve, is to be treated the same as these big companies that are spending, millions of dollars every month. They have their own dedicated reps and you can call anytime and all that stuff. Well, to me, a small business owner deserves the same thing. So we try to make ourselves available in that manner, as much as we possibly can. We go above and beyond, in many situations to facilitate whatever it is the small guy needs to be successful, and a lot of times that leads to long hours. And if that's what it takes to make an impact in the community, then so be it.
What's it like, Flynn, the ins and outs of running a SEO business? I guess a lot of times in front of a monitor and a keyboard.
A lot of time in front of the monitor, yeah, a lot of research, seeing what is happening in any given market that we might be working in at that moment. And then also just, building our own skills, seeing what's going on with the search engines themselves, what kind of new technologies are out there. And sometimes we'll even, test ourselves and kind of, hey, do you think we could build something that looks like this? What do you think we could achieve with this sort of keyword campaign? And, we're just really always trying something new, and it's really exciting and fun that way to be a part of these kind of cutting edge, technologies and ways of doing things.
The Cooley boys built some amazing websites. You guys showed me some examples of some things that you've done for clients. These websites are just taking off to where they're starting to look like big movie screens. It's amazing what the technology, how it continues to advance. How do you keep up with that?
A lot of research and basically just kind of being on the forefront. We're building at least 2 websites a week right now for clients. So it's kind of doing our research and saying, all right, so this guy's a carpet cleaner. Here's his competition. Here's what we need to accomplish from a lead generation standpoint. Here's the conversion funnel. Here's different artwork. And Flynn's been, just such an asset with his design background, and really makes some visually stunning sites that, also generate leads on high levels. So I think when we put the whole formula together, we're delivering, again, agency level products at small business prices. So I think that's really, one of the big selling points.
And that was a key point that you brought up that Blake was talking about, Flynn, is that just having an aesthetically pleasing website, if it's not making you any money, that doesn't really make it valuable, although everyone says, well, you have a cool website.
Right.
You got to be able to generate some money with your website.
Yeah, and so that comes down to the structure of the website. So it needs to look great, and I mean maybe it's really not even an A/B thing. They kind of go hand in hand. That you have to be able to navigate where you need to be and get the relevant information right away, if not immediately on that first page of the website, which isn't always possible if you have a really wide range of services or products that you offer. And then that's where it becomes more complicated, where that structure really has to be perfect and create certain sections of your website which you want to drive traffic directly there instead of your homepage. So it's definitely a challenge, but it's something that can be done with the right amount of effort, and us and the business is communicating so we understand clearly what they do and what they want to focus on, and then we just go from there once we understand the business.
Are there some businesses that are easier than others to get ranked higher on Google?
Well, it's all about competitiveness. So clearly a personal injury attorney who in Las Vegas is going to be a lot harder than a coffee shop who gets customers from a 2-mile radius or less. So it really just depends on every situation, but the short answer is yes. Some are easier than others, and it's a case-by-case basis.
So how do you tackle that challenge when someone comes to you and says, I'm in this super competitive industry, but I want to be able to compete with the big boys or the other people that are on Google? How can you help them? Does it just take longer to do that?
Well, first and foremost, we try to be as honest, upfront, and frank with them as we can. So, if some guy in his basement wants to start an e-commerce site and he only has $1,000 to his name, we're probably going to tell him, listen, why don't you go ahead and put that money back in your pocket, wait a while, right, until you can afford what it takes to compete, and then come back. Because the truth of the matter is you're just wasting money if you don't have what it takes to compete. Even at the great deals that we give clients, compared to some other companies, you're getting 2 or 3 times the value with us, but still, you want to go after these big national keywords, well, you got to have the budget to do it. It's obviously they're competitive for a reason, and the reason they're competitive is they're making money for the people that rank for them. Otherwise, it would be easy. So, it's one of those formulas that it takes money to make money, and you have to be dedicated. You have to put in the hours. You have to listen to the recommendations. Like Flynn mentioned earlier, a lot of it has to do with the content of your site. People neglect it. People say, oh, I'm going to build this great website with all these cool pictures that I found on Getty Images or whatever. But, at the end of the day, first off, search engines don't read images. They read the content of your page. So you have to have the proper keyword density. Otherwise, you're not going to rank for what you want to rank for. So there's this entire formula that goes into it. But at the end of the day, again, you have to have the budget to be competitive, or you may as well not even try.
I've been hearing that for years, Flynn. Content is king. Content is king. Yep. It's just as relevant now as it's always been. I know that's what Blake is saying.
Yeah, and it's, you need to have that mix of this keyword-dense content that, will populate into the search engine results based on keywords, but then it needs to be engaging content truly, too, because if you get traffic to the website and they don't care about it, they're going to leave immediately right away. So it needs to, draw people in and suck them in. So the images do a bit of that, but, you need to really have a message, a voice on your website.
A combination of a visually appealing website that has superior content and that puts you in a better position to succeed.
And with the content, let's say you wrote 300 words of content. Well, obviously you don't want to just post it to a web page in 3 different paragraphs, which, believe it or not, a lot of people do. I mean, let's give the truth here, and sometimes it's hard for people to hear this because they spend a lot of time writing it. No one is going to sit there and read all 300 words of your web page. They came to your page for a purpose, and they need to very quickly, with their eyes, be able to tell if I'm on the right page. And you can accomplish that through headers, smaller text blocks, breaking it up, putting it in different places. That way the user doesn't feel like they're reading this big, long book, but they're still getting the same information.
Right, and I know that as a copywriter and someone who's written a lot of content for people through the years, I agree with you completely. People come to me and they say, I want this and that, all this content. People don't have time for that.
Right.
Anyone who's on the internet just wants to get their information and go.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all about getting the most relevant information to the user based on what they search for as quickly as possible.
When a business approaches you, how do they get started, Flynn?
Well, we'll do an analysis of where they're at, not only on the web, but just as a business in general, so we can understand their goals better, see, if they want to grow, if they're prepared to take on new staff to support more business, because, it could be a pretty daunting thing if all of a sudden your phone's ringing off the hook, but you've got, one truck and one guy to go out and do all the business. So, we first take, into consideration where the business is, look at their website address if there's any modifications that need to be done, and then we'll do a thorough analysis of the competition that's out there. And we'll develop a keyword campaign, and we'll basically start our work after that. But along the way, there's always components of research that are involved to make sure the process is moving in the right direction.
That's a really interesting point that you brought up. You can all of a sudden be taking on a whole lot of business and not be able to keep up with the business, and then your reputation is shot because you can't keep up. So there's that balance in being able to grow and yet not necessarily grow too much at one time.
Right, exactly. So you kind of have to understand and be very, very specific about the kind of jobs you want to go after. As a contractor, for example, maybe you do remodeling, and maybe you do kitchens and baths and, 20 different things that involve home repair. But, if you optimize for all of them, suddenly you're getting all these different things coming at you lead-wise, and maybe you don't have the infrastructure to do it. So it's something to be considered. But, ultimately it's more about finding the happy balance between your budget, what's going to be effective, and what your goals are for the year.
Flynn, how can the viewers get in contact with the Cooley Boys, with Boost Local, to learn about your SEO services?
Well, a great way is to check out our website, boost-local.com, or you can send a message out via email to info@boost-local.com. You can always get a hold of us on the phone as well, 702-330 8465.
Flynn and Blake Cooley with Boost Local. Thanks so much for stopping by the Guy Dawson Show. We will be back here at WCOBM next Thursday at 2 o'clock. See you then.
I'm Jerry at Mochico Chicken Restaurant.
Hi, welcome to Mochico Chicken.
We worked with several chefs that helped us develop the food that we now currently have in the restaurant, influenced by Hawaiian and Polynesian food. Several of them come from the islands, and they know that type of cuisine very